Hello, everyone. Welcome to class. This is the Intro to Information Management course, and my name is Matt Herr. I'll spare you the image of me because I think my voice is better than my face. Okay, so we're going to just start off. This is going to be how to get moving around in Connect. Um, I'm going to take you through the whole thing here because I think it's kind of important for you to see this. So if I'm going to go, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to get logged in. We're going to go to cwc.edu. If you have trouble here, notice that it says cwc.edu. If that doesn't work for you, and it kind of depends upon where you're located, you might have to put in the www. Okay, so the best way to get to uh, the login page for your student stuff, if you don't know where it is or what the URL is, go to the CWC homepage, hover over the Explorer CWC, and then down here it says Current Students My Central. If you click on that, this is a whole bunch of clicking. I'm going to show you some shortcuts here. So if you go to log in, then it finally takes you to the place where you want to log in. So here's what I would do if I were you right now. I use Chrome, and so I have my bookmarks bar that's listed here. If I hover over top of that little lock and I drag that down into the bookmarks bar, it's going to stay right there. I've already got it, but it's going to stay right there. And if I click on that, it takes me directly to this page. So let me show you this from the beginning. So if I come back out here, just a bunch of pages that open up the way I've got this thing set up. Let me get rid of all these. Okay, you can see that I've got one login bookmarks. If I click on that, it takes me directly to that. If I right click on this and I choose to edit this, I can call it CWC My Central. You can call it whatever you want to, but then it shows up there and so you'll know what it is. Okay, that's first thing. Your username, don't type any @ symbols or anything like that. Okay, enter your password. And I'm not sure if right now if they're doing duo security with students or not, but if they are, this is what's going to happen. I'm getting a message on my phone right now to verify my identity. And so I have to say yes or no to approve it. Once I click the approve button, it lets me in. This could become a pain if you have to do this. There's other ways to do it besides a phone. I think the phone is probably the easiest way to do this. This takes me to the CWC services, and there's a bunch of things. My services are different than yours. My classes, that link should be the same for you as it is for me. The other one for this class's purposes you're going to need is the Google Tools, the Google Workspaces. So if I click on Google Workspaces, first thing it's going to do is going to just, are you sure? Sure. And then it's going to take me to the Gmail app. And in this Gmail application, this is where you can begin to get real savvy with maneuvering. And if you look at the little tic-tac-toe 9 dots over here called Google Apps, this allows you to be able to get around very, very easily from one service to the other. There's Drive, and I can move these things around too, so mine's going to look a little different than yours. YouTube is part of Google, so you have Gmail, YouTube, Drive, Calendar, and these doc sheets, slides, those are just individual components of Drive itself. Okay. If I go down a little bit further, I can see maps, I can see photos. There's some other things that are down here as well. And there's probably more than what you're seeing here. Anyway, bunches of stuff here. So that's just basic maneuvering here. So if I go back to one login, our class is going to be listed here in my classes. So let's just go look at this. This is an updated video. So I'm logging in. I'm doing this live, so if it messes up, we'll just have to talk about that. So these are my courses right now. I've got quite a few. But the class that we're talking about is the IMGT 2400-60. So if I click on that, let me go to the student view so it looks more similar to what you have. So this is what it's going to look like. You won't have the little purple bar at the bottom, but you're going to have this other stuff here. So these are things that you can click on. We are really not going to use this for anything in this class. This is going to be basically to get us started. So it's our common starting place. So you can see I've got a few links here, but it says to get registered with McGraw-Hill Connect right away because that's where our class is going to be happening. Okay? There's a welcome link here. So if I click on that, it should take us to some sort of document that I've drawn up. And look at that. It's not up to date. So let me change that to fall. Teaching in the 21st century. Yes. Okay, so this is a little welcome document. You can read through that. I'm going to use the breadcrumbs here at the top to get back to the beginning. How to get registered for McGraw-Hill Connect, short video tutorial. This is pretty key. So this young lady will tell you a little bit about what it's like, how the basics work with the Connect platform. I'm not going to make you watch that, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to the register with Connect because this is really the most important thing that I wanted to show you immediately is getting registered with Connect. You can see I've got a due date there listed. Really, you need to have this first day or two of class. That's what I'm trying to get to. If you don't have the money, you can get 2 weeks free. But if you look through this page here on the Canvas site, it gives you a bunch of clicks, and I keep directing you back to the McGraw-Hill Connect website because that's the one where we need to go get registered. So if I click on this right now, today's August 20th, it says that registration isn't open yet because it won't open up until August 22nd. So we got a couple days. But you can go to Connect. There's the book. And we're not using the physical copy of the textbook. We're using the electronic version. And the reason is that's how a lot of the grading will occur on the reading assignments. So if you like to have a paper copy of the textbook, that's fine. But that will not be what is used to measure your progress with the reading assignments. You'll have to do that online. I think you'll enjoy it eventually once you get used to it. But what I've tried to do is I've tried to keep it from focusing on the entire book. Some of our objectives we need to cover in this class. The book has a lot of objectives that are not part of what our class entails. So I've tried to reduce that load a bit. I think the book price went up just a bit. I think it may be $140 at this point. And I haven't been able to verify that yet. I know the CWC bookstore's around 140 or so, maybe a little bit more. I've got the ISBNs down here if you want to verify something, but I think it's important for you to know if you don't buy it, this access code from the CWC bookstore or McGraw-Hill, you're probably not getting what you need. So I would only buy it from one of these two places. Okay, I'll let you finish reading that. But basically where this is going to take us to is this place. So once the registration shows up, it's going to allow you to go to McGraw-Hill Connect. And I'm going to sign in. Mine's going to look a little bit different as I get logged in here. Some of you may have multiple Connect classes that you've taken, but most of them are going to look something like this. Okay, so this is our class. This is roughly what it's going to look like for you. I have this broken down into, skip that first part, modules. And these modules, like module 1, I'll just show you this, allows you to be able to click on or begin these assignments down here. So how to get started using Connect, read the syllabus, how this class works, how to use Connect, there's a quiz. How to use the Smart Book, there's a quiz. There's some video tutorials on YouTube I want you to update your contact info. You can kind of see these due dates here as well. We have one project that's due during the first week of classes, and that's going to be due on August 28th. All About Me assignment. Let's look at that one real quick. So if I go to the right-hand side, I click the little arrow, it allows me to click Begin, and it takes me to this assignment. And this assignment shows when it's due, how many points it's worth, gives you some details of what I'm looking for here. You can submit your copy, blah, blah, blah. Purpose of your presentation is to provide blah, blah, blah. And if you begin the assignment up here at the top, if you've completed it, you can submit your file here. And probably the easiest way to do this is to grab your file and drag it over here. It's not done yet though because I haven't submitted it. So I've got it attached, but once I submit that, it will then go to me for grading. Okay, so I'm not going to do that because that's not what I want to do. Yes, cancel. I'm going to go back. Maybe. Guess I'll have to go to the instructor and then go to the student view again. Okay, so I'm back in the student view here. And what I want to show you now is on the left-hand side, there's a menu and there's a calendar and there's classes. So like I said, some of you may have multiple classes. You need to manage that over here because the last class that you logged into is the class that's going to show up. So if you are taking econ, for example, you might have that class listed over here as well. You'll need to just make sure you're going to the right place. The calendar gives you due dates. So you can go to the calendar and you can actually see when things are due. And you can click on those links as well. Go back to the menu. Some folks get stuck and they want to go to the to-do list. This is great, but look, I'm feeling pretty happy about myself right now because I don't have anything to do. That's not very good, okay, because you're getting a weird view of the class. So I would suggest that you don't go to the to-do list. You do go to the class and you do look for the modules because the modules are going to be broken down in weekly format. So you can see there's August 28th, there's September 4th. Got it all broken down by week. And once you start completing assignments, the quizzes are generally graded automatically. You'll be able to see results. Now, unfortunately, I'm in the instructor, so you're not going to see much here. But that's where you can see this information management. Yeah, so it's not going to help much. Okay. You can log out, but you should just stay working in this class, right? Just kidding. There are some Connect tutorials that are available here if you're having some difficulty, just doing some basic navigation and stuff like that. But what you're seeing here is mostly tailored towards me because I'm an instructor. Yours is going to be a little bit different than that, so they're able to figure out who you are. What else? I think that's about it that I really wanted to show you at this point. If we go back to the one login, just remember this My Classes link is only going to be useful as a jumping off point for you. But then once you start going into work in our class, it may be wise for you to go to this link, connect-mcgrawhill.com, and sign in, and it'll take you directly there. So you don't have to go to Canvas and clickety-clickety on all those links. So you can see that I go to McGraw-Hill Connect quite a bit, and it automatically shows up down here. So if I go here, I can grab that little lock, I can drag it down a little bit, and now it's going to show up on my bookmarks bar. And if I get out of all of these things, click on that, it takes me there. If I sign out of McGraw-Hill, I go back to my bookmarks bar, it takes me right there. Okay, last thing. I think it's important for you to have a pretty good handle on the computer that you're working with. If you've got a slow internet connection or a bad computer, let me know about that so I can help give you some pointers. If you're living in Riverton on campus, what have you, it might be best for you to just work on this class in one of the computer labs at CWC. The computers are up to date. Uh, they are about as safe as you're going to get as far as computers go. If you need a computer, I do have quite a few desktops available, along with monitors, keyboards, mice, that sort of thing, and we can get you set up. Everybody wants a laptop, so basically, I don't really have any laptops to loan, but the CWC library and the CWC student support services frequently loaned laptops out, and I think they loan them out for a semester at a time. So that could be a good option for you. And then if you run into trouble with it, you can just take it back in, get a different one, and you don't have to worry about anything. People love to use their own computers. It's the biggest problem that I see with students taking these online classes, though, because things don't always go as planned. They get a adware, virus, malware, blah, 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 whatever. We can help you with that. So let me know. I have students who work on those things for free for CWC students. But stay in touch with me. Usually our turnover or response time isn't like instantaneous, so it might take a day or two. So be sure to let us know what we can do to help you, but always know that you've got a lot of resources here at CWC to help you. If you're remote, let's say that you're taking classes from the Northwest Territories in Canada. I have in the past been able to work with people in those situations and get them technology that would be suitable for taking these classes. But don't wait. If you wait, the longer you wait, the harder this is going to be, and the less inclined I'm going to be to go to great lengths. So if you're going to have difficulties, let me know so we can kind of figure that out. And I'm looking forward to working with you all this semester. It's going to be fun. So hopefully this was a little bit helpful and not too terrible. All right. Take care, everybody.